What's up, guys? Deuce here at Team Shenanigans Gaming with our San Antonio Regional for Argent Saga. We got one of our top 8 competitors. What's your name and what'd you play?
My name is Irvin, and I just played mono green with Ariana as my champion.
Why'd you choose mono green?
Well, I've kind of been working on it for a while, so it's like the last time I was gonna play it. So I just wanted to do one last tournament with it. At first, it was like it's really good because of the augment. It's like you just abuse the augment, and pretty much that's like ramping in this game. That's the closest it gets. And besides that, I thought it had like because I think I'm wrong, but I thought it had like a good matchup against like Hoenna decks because I just get to bounce all their tokens. Also, some of their cards are dead most of the time, so like Allurement or like Delayed Poison. But yeah, I was pretty wrong about that. So at the end, I just ended up playing it because I really love the deck and it's fun to play.
All right,
Does a lot of plays in one turn.
let's go on with the list.
Okay. 3 Skyship Engineer. This is the engine of your deck. You pretty much like return it every turn to add counters to your augment. Play 3 Carbuncles. And that's it for the 1-drops. I didn't play Shard Beast or any of the recruits.
So I'm assuming you didn't play Royal Command, right? So why'd you decide not to play it?
So I was testing with Royal Command most of the time, and it was either resolve it turn 4 or like pretty much never resolve it. And a lot of decks started evolving into like more control, so I wasn't getting any results from Royal Command. And that's why I don't play Recruit, because if I would play Royal Command, I would play Recruit.
Yeah.
Okay. And then for the 2-drops, I play the Hawk. I play 1 Kala to search it off from your Ariana, because that way your Kite is free for 1 turn. Let's say if you don't draw the Sky Dagger. And then 3 Traveler.
How was Hawk for you? I know people were like kind of iffy on that card.
It was pretty good for me. It just generates advantage. This deck kind of doesn't draw that much besides Carbuncle, so that's why I also chose some choices and some card choices in the deck.
Would you play 3 if you could?
I think I would go back, yeah, and I would play 3, or you know what? I think I would just go with a different deck. I would play 3 Shard Beasts. I would play 3 Shard Beasts in this deck, but like I'm never playing this deck again. So.
Okay.
It's just too predictable now. At first, it was like it's gonna be a surprise factor, but
Yeah, I get you.
it's still fun as hell though. 3 Cloudsea, 1 Rudy, and then that's it for your 3-drops.
Why'd you choose Rudy? That seems like an interesting tech in the deck.
Honestly, it was just to either trigger your Cloudsea's double. Or drop a Sophia with it, and then call odds and evens. With this guy, he gains 4 counters, but more than anything, he was in here because of these cards. So these are like your draw power in this deck.
So I think that's I guess we could talk about this now. The Argent Towers. So what's the reason behind like 3 Argent Tower? I don't think a lot of people I don't think really anyone plays this card.
Yeah, I don't know if that's correct, 3, but I found that every time I was playing Sophia, it would always get Corona sharded when I was trying to activate my Kite. So the only way to ever see it again is by shuffling it back with your Statue Tower. Also, it's a draw card, so that kind of solves that problem that you have with not having draw cards. And if you have Rudy, it's just drawing you 2, same as this one. And this one you already play because you play Ariana and it's free. That's the reason I play Rudy. Okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah. 3 Ethan.
Probably the best card.
Yeah, probably the best card. He can come out like as soon as turn 2. You can really summon him on turn 1, but I don't think you want to do that. Turn 2 is when he comes out most of the times, or you can just stack them in the grave and then summon them all at once.
Yeah.
Take your opponent by surprise. But yeah, he's kind of like this deck's Yuki, I think. or he kind of reminds me of.
He does a lot, just protecting your cards.
That too, yeah. You can whenever they're trying to destroy one of your little monsters, Ethan, bounce your monster back to hand, dodge whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then the god card, Sophia. That's and to finish off my 4-drops, I play the Watchwoman too.
Did you have played 3 of it if you could have?
I don't think so. I don't think I honestly played 2 just because I was like, I don't ever want to miss it, but I don't want to have 2 in hand ever. I think I just want to have 1 at a time. I wouldn't play 3.
Okay.
I think it clogs, but in this deck specifically, but in other deck it works. 3 Gargas, and then that's it for my monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And then for spells spells, I played 3 Tornado Shot, 3 Command Center, and your 1 Amulet. So that's it for 1-drops. So this is that's
the card of the deck.
Bread and butter of the deck. Yeah, pretty much. So this is the way you mana ramp in this deck. This is the way you summon stuff on your opponent's turn to interrupt their plays, or summon Sylphia during their turn, or Cloud Sea, or just a 1-drop sometimes is just really useful.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, if you ever have the chance to deal with this card, I would deal with it immediately because it just gets worse like the more it stays on the field.
Mm-hmm.
Tornado Shot is just a 1-drop removal for pretty much anything in the early game. So, like I said, the Engineer is pretty much like your main guy in the early game. So, bouncing back an Engineer to your hand and then playing a 1-drop removal kind of reminds me like a delayed poison, but worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dealing with like Shard Beast and Azure Guardian is pretty important for this deck.
Yes.
So like that card just deals with both of them pretty easy.
Yeah, so you can slow them down and then try to get to your turn 4s and 5s where you're doing more stuff. And then the Amulet. And then for 2s, and that's as high as I go for spells. I don't play any 4-drops, 3s, because no Royal Command. 3 Hurricane Shot, just 2 Dagger, and then 3 of the Statue.
What?
Yeah.
Did you like miss wanting to play 3 Dagger at all? I know like seeing it in your opening is like pretty important for this deck, but
Yeah, but I think it's pretty important to see it in your deck, but sometimes you don't need to see it just because you get pretty much 2 free cards from the Ariana effect. So that pretty much buys you 2 kite turns to pitch off. Besides that, I never wanted to see multiples in my hand, or like dead drawing the second one or third. I mean, it has like a useful effect, but it's not really that good.
yeah.
But yeah, 2, I thought 2 was okay, and I never really missed it. Only like, when you don't see it and you start running, like you start doing kite you do it more than twice, it starts getting rough. So maybe 3 is the better option. Maybe like this. 3 Sky Dagger and 2 Statues.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's what I would change.
How's Hurricane Shot for you?
Hurricane Shot was really good because this is your only other way besides Kite to return your resources. So let's say you Kite effect and then they Corona Shard. It's not really like the best interaction, but you can Hurricane Shot, save your Sylphia from getting Corona Sharded, also pop a monster. And it's pretty good in the early game if you have like Carbuncles to return or pretty much any card. It's also like a dodge card, kind of like a Ethan. Sometimes the destroy isn't even relevant, but yeah, it's a pretty good card I think in this deck.
All right.
And yeah, for my shards I played the standard 3 Zephyr and 1 Corona.
And then the basics.
Yeah, and then the 6 Argent shards. And for my side deck, I would always side into this if I would lose game 1, 2 of this, 2 of this. So I side in against aggro pretty much. I side in this one, the Kazes, and 2 of these against water. Yeah, that's my deck profile.
All right. Any shout outs? Anything? Any last minute comments? Anything like that?
Yeah. Shout out to my team, Team Shenanigans Gaming.
Mhm.
So this is the store we play, or this is our store pretty much. That's the TO Phil.
Still got top 4 going on over here.
We got one person from Team Shenanigans in top 4 right now.
Alright.
So yeah, just we're gonna keep on uploading more content, guys. So subscribe and like the video.
All right, this is Team Shenanigans Gaming, and we're out.